Uh, well, we are, I think, to the second best part of our program, and this is something that I got to be honest with you. Uh, I was on the scholarship committee probably maybe 20 years ago. A lot of stuff happened 20 years ago in my life for some reason. Um, and I got to admit it was a little more difficult back then. I don't know, maybe because I didn't get it or what, but it wasn't my favoriteest thing in the world to do. But I've come to really enjoy this opportunity to chair the scholarship committee and have a chance to visit with all of our great scholarship applicants and be able to get to know them and be able to interact with them. And so at this time, I would like to ask that our 5 scholarship winners come up front here to the podium. And if you just come up here and stand behind me, here I'll... Sounded like a baseball bat to me. Is that a Louisville Slugger that... You're right dead center almost. I'm right here. Yes, right. Aaron, Seth, come on over. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. You guys kind of sort yourselves out there a little bit. Yeah.
Just move us around.
No, I'll just. Well, here we'll pass that down.
Yeah.
We heard that. That's actually for posterity. So, oh, we've only just begun. So, I just want to share with you how challenging it was to try to make a determination, because every single one of these individuals up here deserve the very best, and they deserve the most we could give them. And I wish we didn't have to assign a dollar amount to any one of them, because I'm telling you, they're solid gold. And these folks, it's not just academics. These folks are well-rounded and have a clear vision of what they want to do and how they're going to impact the world as they finish up their academic lives, careers, and be able to go out into the world and make their mark. And believe me, they're going to make a mark. We're going to hear from these folks in the future. There's no doubt in my mind. We want to, first of all, though, thank first the Edelstein Trust for helping us to underwrite 4 of our scholarships this year. You know, we always talk about how important it is to give and to invest with the future and with these deserving students, and we appreciate the support and the help that the Edelstein Trust has given to us over the last several years, and including this year, allowing us to fund an additional scholarship. So let's give a hand for the Edelstein Trust. I also want to thank Sandy Streeter and the Streeter family for the Larry Streeter Memorial Scholarship this year, allowing us to help another individual as well. You know, Larry was a longtime Federationist who loved education. I remember shortly after I had gotten my bachelor's degree, sitting there talking to Larry, and Larry says, "So what classes are we going to take this fall?" And I said, "You can take anything you want. I'm not taking anything. I'm done." And Larry always loved learning and exploring and improving, but not just himself, though. Probably more than educating himself, he loved mentoring and building and sharing the positive philosophy and attitudes of the NFB. And he influenced countless lives, me being one of them, to help understand and really start to grasp what is possible. And in order to commemorate Larry and his efforts and to continue his legacy, the Streeters and friends of Larry got together after his passing and decided to put together a scholarship that would continue to promote education and promote opportunities for blind individuals to continue to make that impact, to be able to share and to build and lift and increase and raise the expectations of blind people everywhere. So we want to thank Sandy and the Streeter family for their support this year on the state level. So does anybody want any money?
I've gone home. I've gone home.
Harry's got the checks, so. Oh, all right. Well, without belaboring the point any further, let's start. All right. For $1,000, it goes to Seth Lohman. Mike.
Oh, there it is. There it is. So, I want to thank the NFBI for awarding me this year. And I was glad to come to the convention and get to know some of the members I've met at previous blind events and see them again. I've been to several blind events like the College Days, SWEP, and I was here at a convention about, 2 years ago. And I really, until this year, I didn't really appreciate all that they're, this year I really came to appreciate the message that they're putting out, that blind people are not really as disabled as people point them out to be. They can do pretty much anything that a sighted person can if they only have the right help. And so I'm going to, I plan to contribute to that as getting out of college. I want to advocate for people in the music field because there are a lot of things that are not accessible that should be. One more time, I want to thank the NFBI for this, and I think I'm going to pass it on. Thank you.
Thanks, Seth. For our $1,500 scholarship, it goes to Emma Kisner. Emma, there you go. Congratulations. Say a few words.
Oh, do I have to?
Yes.
Get to.
I can take the check away.
Okay. It's funny. It's been such an honor to be with you guys this weekend. I can't express how much I've learned from you all. Ugh. I wasn't gonna cry. Yes, you are. But what I've learned from the mentors this weekend has been the best, and what I've learned from all of you. So thank you very much for the opportunity to get to know you all so much better, and for me to be able to help represent the NFB in Idaho. So thank you.
All right, moving right along. Winner of a $2,000 scholarship, Aaron Olson.
Say a few words. A few words. You were setting me up for that, right? I again want to thank everybody. Of course, I am standing next to me 4 other really amazing people, most of whom I did not know before a few days ago, and I wish I would have had more time to talk to you guys. I mean, they are covering it. We have obviously music that's being addressed. We have language. We have working with children with disabilities and children in general. We have the future of science and technology, and I think all of us should be very excited about all of these people, and I feel privileged to have met you so far and look forward to being able to do so in the future. Again, you know, the committee, I do not envy you because, and set me aside, you had 4 very incredible other people to deal with. So just real quickly, my essay, I was sitting down going, how do you write yourself in 1,000 words? Or was it it was 700 words. And I have a poster on my wall. I won't tell the whole story. It's a big red rock mountain in Utah with a little teeny tiny silhouetted runner next to it. And that was given to me as a gift when I was training. And it just says determination on the bottom. And I think that was my inspiration. I said, you know, I guess that's me. You just have to be determined to get past the garbage, get past the people that don't believe in us like we think we should be believed in. Be determined to make NFB, our chapters, our families, our communities better, and that's going to be the key to everything. So I plan on being determined to finish this term. That'll be a good start, eh? And then determined again to work with the rest of you for a long time to come and seeing wonderful things come true. Thank you so much to everybody.
Okay, the suspense is building. All right, so the recipient of our $2,500 scholarship is Matthew Turner. There you are, Matt.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Kind of disoriented. Go ahead and say a few words.
So, like Aaron, I'm also trying to put the term in determination. But I want to thank you. I want to thank the scholarship committee. I want to thank the NFB of Idaho and NFB at large, as well as each one of you for making this such a great convention. And I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity with this scholarship to continue to attend school. I think the thing that I have been just one thing that has really stuck out to me this convention is the NFB slogan, "Live the life you want." I think that just really sums up the work that you guys have been doing. And I think probably the most important part of that saying is the you in that. It's about you, each one of you going out with your vision and living the life you want. And so I want to thank you all, most importantly for just believing in me and the vision that I have for this world. I think my parents, just the way they raised me, it was never, you can't do this. They never once told me that. But instead it was like, do you want to try this? And I'm like, sure, I guess so. So like, I was actually just talking to my mom today, and she's like, yeah, when you learn to ride a bike, you were like, it took you way longer than other students. And I was like, I didn't even know, like, it took me longer. I was just like, okay, here's the handlebars, I'm going. And so there is nothing that you can't do given a little determination and hard work. It is like we can accomplish amazing things together. I think I actually got to know another guy at MIT who won a NFB National Scholarship last year, Efose. Some of you may remember him from last year. And he actually mountain bikes. And so there is nothing we can't do. The only things we can't do are the things we tell ourselves we can't do. And I think all of our advocacy that we do at the state and the national level would be worthless if we didn't actually go out and use the things that we have gained the right to do. So in the end, I think I mean, we're all going to face struggles in life, but we don't let that hinder us. Rather, we commend ourselves in every way, in great endurance, in troubles, hardships, and distresses, through hard work, sleepless nights, and hunger, through glory and dishonor, bad report and good report, sorrowful, yet always rejoicing, having nothing, and yet having everything. And forgot the last line there, but anyway. That's from 2 Corinthians 7. So anyway, I want to thank you all so much, and yeah, it's been a great convention, and I have loved getting to meet you all, so thank you.
And last but certainly not least, the recipient of the Larry Streeter Memorial Scholarship is Nathan Holm.
Thank you, man.
Got the mic right there.
Now you have to sing as he puts on the crown and say, "Here he is, Mr. NFB."
Well, words cannot describe my gratitude. Thank you so very much for all your support. Boy, this is amazing. So I'm going to leave you with a question, an answer, and a challenge. Very fitting with the last 2 days. We've gone over mentorship. We've gone over purpose. I believe Shane shared logotherapy and Dr. Frankel's theory, fitting, being a psychology major, biblical theology major, and now school counseling master's. So, what is your purpose? Are you still on that road? Many of us are. I still am, but with your support, I'm well on my way, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And the challenge is mentorship. I challenge everybody here to invest in young people's lives. Even if you think they might be, wow, look at those kids, they're a bunch of squirrels, a bunch of hoodlums, a bunch of, what is going on? But at my sites, I have built relationship with young people like never before. And hearing the heartache and the pain that they deal with. And I'm not talking about blind students. I'm talking about normal, quote, normal, okay? Everyday kids that you might walk by, you might hear on the news, wherever they might be. They need somebody to listen to them. They might not have that at home. They might not have that anywhere but at school or roadside on a street corner. Just please invest in young people's lives. They are our future, just like we are the Federation's future, and I thank you so very much. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of our scholarship winners. Let's give them all a big hand. In closing, I just want to thank the members of the scholarship committee, Susan Ford, Earl Hoover, Sandy Streeter, and my right-hand man, Russell Smith. He kept me on track, made sure that I was actually following through with the timeline that we established. I couldn't do it without any of them, and I appreciate their support and their dedication to helping pull off a successful program. Thank you, everybody.